The quivering pile of metal bears little resemblance to a living creature. The voice that addresses you is the only sign of its sentience. Identification process complete. This crusader has been identified as an Aeon, an integral part of the monad. Activating protocol, transfer strategic data. You must travel deeper into the Threshold Fortress to restore order. My existence prevents you from accomplishing this objective. Therefore, I propose that you terminate my existence. Who are you? Name, Emezlin. Creature type, inevitable. Status, prisoner. Objective, termination. Why do you want me to kill you? Necessity. My existence sustains the energies and the integrity of the Threshold Fortress. The Threshold Fortress protects Arilu Vorlesh. Conclusion. My existence sustains the enemies of order. My existence must be terminated. Obstacle. Existing protocols. Self-destruction is prohibited. Self-defense is permitted. If you attack me, you will activate my self-defense protocols. I will defend myself. I will be destroyed in battle. This scenario fulfills the objective and does not contradict existing protocols. Conclusion. The Crusaders need to reach the most secure areas of the Threshold Fortress. My death will cause the collapse of Threshold's defenses. Therefore, the Crusaders must terminate my existence in order to achieve their objective. Risk assessment. My death may cause some of the fortress's exterior structures to collapse. It may be difficult to return to the entrance of the fortress. Lawful. Requires Aeon Mythic Path. Inevitable. I am deactivating your previous protocols and giving you a new command. Cease functioning. Your duty is done. Command accepted. I thank you, Aeon. May your mission be successful. You feel the icy chill of the cosmos as the swirling haze envelops you. This distortion looks no different than the others you have witnessed. You feel the same biting cold. You see the same vague shapes and hear the same sounds of the past. But the fact that this distortion is here, in this place and time, can only mean one thing. This is your chance to correct the greatest mistake ever made in the history of Golarion, the world wound itself. Perception. Look into the distortion. The haze swirls around you, but your keen eyes are able to make out a single figure, a woman. She is standing on the stone floor of a dungeon, and her eyes are closed in concentration. Suddenly, she raises her arms, and the walls begin to shake. The floor collapses, flooding the distortion with purple light, the light of the very first rift. There could be no doubt. This is the moment of the World Wound's creation, the event that started the war between the planes 100 years ago, the event that you can stop from ever happening. Step into the distortion. You step forward resolutely, but the distortion eludes you. It moves away, staying just out of reach. You feel the dispassionate gaze of countless aeons, the gaze of eternity itself. What you are about to do will change the future. Correcting the world wound will create a new course for the flow of reality. What will it be like? And who will find themselves without a place in this new cosmic order? Are you ready to rewrite history? Are you prepared to pay the price the universe demands? There will be no going back. Lawful. Requires Aeon Mythic Path. Step into the distortion. I will change the past. I will prevent the greatest crime ever committed on Golarion, no matter what the cost. As if in response to your vow, the distortion opens. Its cold haze envelops you, transporting you to the distant past, to the time when the world wound did not exist. Setri, we don't need to fight. I was the one who warned the guards about the ritual Arilu Vorlesh is about to perform. We're on the same side. My name is Opon. Don't you remember me? Setri de Vimier's face twists into a grimace of disgust. We will never be on the same side, spellcaster. Please stop, I beg you. Don't force me to defend myself. We should be fighting a Rilu, not each other. Opon glances around nervously like a cornered animal searching for an escape route. When he notices you, he calls out hurriedly. I don't know who you are and I don't care. Please, help me talk some sense into him, stranger. Setri gives you a quick, appraising glance. Stay where you are, stranger. I will deal with you after I cut down this traitor to Sarkoris. Stop! I will not allow this injustice to happen. Injustice? Setri grits his teeth. You have no right to stand in the way of Threshold's first hunter. I decide what is just. Diplomacy. You say you are acting in accordance with the law, but is that really true? Do the deeds of these mages justify this harsh punishment? You think the punishment too harsh? Doubt flickers in the hunter's eyes. You may be right, stranger. Perhaps I am being unjust. These mages should not be executed without a fair trial. Perhaps you are being too harsh? You're such a hypocrite. You were ready to execute me on sight just because I happen to practice arcane magic. Yes, I know magic. So what? I know something that you do not, but that doesn't make me a criminal. Magic may be a weapon, but so is a sword. No one should be punished simply for owning a weapon, especially if they've never used it to hurt anyone. You are unjust, and so are your laws. They have outlived their usefulness, and now we are standing on the brink of disaster. Opon's voice cracks with emotion. He can no longer hide his bitter resentment. Show the ring of summoning to Opon. I know your story, Opon. I know that you have never raised your hand to strike another, and you have never wanted anyone to come to harm. Can you say the same about other spellcasters? What will happen if all the magic users at Threshold are suddenly set free? Are you prepared to take responsibility for all the crimes they might commit? My ring! I never thought I'd see it again. Opon falls silent. Finally, he says with some reluctance, You are not wrong, stranger. It pains me to admit it, but I believe magic should be restricted. Setri, I'm begging you, help me present my request to the clan council. Help me change the laws of Sarkoris so justice can prevail. I'll see what I can do. Setri seems to have made up his mind. He slowly removes his hand from his weapon. We will talk after we stop that witch Vorlesh. Thank you. Thank you too, stranger. This will be the dawn of a new era in Sarkoris. Please, can you tell me who you are? Where did you come from? What is your name? My name is Judge Dredd. I'm an Aeon. I have come from the future. Let me tell you what is about to happen. Rilu Vorlesh will open a rift to the abyss. A war between the planes will rage for 100 years, and Sarkoris will be destroyed. However, I am here to change all of that. I will stop the witch before she commits her heinous crime. That is all hard to believe, and yet I trust you, Judge Dredd. You speak with a wisdom beyond that of priests and druids. An Aeon. Setri sizes you up doubtfully. Very well, I suppose I'll humor you. I'm glad you showed up when you did. We need all the help we can get. Come to me, my minions. Rip this scum apart. Tear them limb from limb. In the name of the great Daskari. The demon glances around and sniffs contemptuously. Take the guard and the mage alive. We'll give them to that worthless witch as a reward for our efforts. Gut everyone else. Demons be damned. I'll hold this hall. Don't worry. I'll make sure no one attacks you from behind. My strength is failing. I'm sorry, but I won't be able to help you fight Arilu.